Thanks to Deepa and full editorial team.
Okay, 2 minutes and then we are in.
$59.
Yeah.
I'll record, okay?
ठीक है. After introducing Preeti, मेरे को थोड़ा सा एक break दीजिएगा. I'll just go use the loo and everything and done and then.
या I'm there. मैं हूँ, आधा घंटा हूँ. मैं 5:30 निकलूंगी. मैं रेडी हूँ.
ठीक है.
We are live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Good evening, teachers. Hi, Swapna ma'am, Hema ma'am, Manjula ma'am, Fatima ma'am. Welcome. Good evening. Hi, Mugda ma'am, Leelavati ma'am, Vijay Kumari ma'am. Warm welcome. So good to see you all, just ready to jump into the session. We're just waiting for a couple of minutes. We would want more teachers to join and that they don't miss out on anything at the beginning. Hi Anjali ma'am, hi Manjula ma'am, Pavitra ma'am. Good evening, Kavita ma'am, Monica ma'am, Chandrakaka ma'am. I believe that's Chandrakala. Kavyashri ma'am, Sharanya ma'am, Vijayalakshmi ma'am. Hello, welcome. Hi Ranjani ma'am, Amuja ma'am. Just 2 minutes more, teachers, before we get started. If you see that there are any teachers from your school of classes 1 who teach 1 and 2 and are not here yet, please give them a call, remind them to come and join the session. This is a session you do not want to miss. Hi, Abida ma'am, Amita ma'am, Anshika ma'am, Surya ma'am. Good evening, welcome. Thank you, Leelavati ma'am, for acknowledging it. Okay. We have about 300 teachers, almost 293. Last 1 minute of wait and then we get started. You can already see our facilitator ready to enrich all of us with the content, the pedagogy of class 1 and 2. Good evening, Archana ma'am, Rama ma'am, Yamini ma'am, Prachi ma'am, Divya ma'am. The chat is literally flying at the speed of a jet. So I'm calling the names of teachers I'm able to lay my eyes on. Hi, baby Suraya ma'am, Tamilarsi ma'am, Jayanti ma'am, Gayatri ma'am. Good evening to all of you. Okay, we are at 3:26 and I think we can get started, right? All right, teachers, so a warm good evening to all of you. And my name is Shalini Nair, and it is with real great enthusiasm that I welcome you to the second webinar for this academic year, which is being led by the product and editorial team of Oxford Advantage. Today's webinar is focused on Oxford Advantage Little Champs for learners of classes 1 and 2. In today's session, we are going to embark on an insightful journey into the innovative and engaging early learning methodologies for classes 1 and 2 that aim to shape confident, curious, and capable young minds. To guide us through this exploration, we have an esteemed facilitator whose expertise in curriculum development and integrated learning strategies is truly inspiring. But before I introduce her, here are a few housekeeping norms that we will follow. Apart from the presenters, everyone else will remain on mute. And this is a webinar platform, therefore, the cameras of everyone else apart from the presenters are switched off. And this has been done to keep the distractions to the minimum. If you at any point you have a query which you feel needs to be answered, there is a strategy that we recommend you follow. You make a note of that query in your notebook, and highly possible that that query will get resolved as we go through the session. If at all we have not resolved it, or if at all we have not referred to that particular query that was raised in your mind, at the end of the session, please put it in the chat in the Q&A section, and our facilitator will pick it up and respond to it. We are trying to maintain the highest quality of connectivity at our facilitator's end. However, just in case any issue occurs, we will keep you updated on the corrective measures that we are taking and how we will come back online soon. If there is any disturbance that you feel in audio or video at your end, one small technique or one small tip to get out of that is to log out and log back in. This usually resolves the issue. At the end of the webinar, you will receive a feedback link. Please take 5 minutes to fill this feedback form. Once you submit it, you will receive your certificate of participation in the inbox of your email. However, attendance of a minimum duration of 60 minutes. This is a almost 120 minutes 2-hour webinar. So a minimum of 60 minutes presence is required in the webinar for the certificate to get generated. These are automatically captured by the platform that we are in, and we don't manually look at it at all. It's always captured by the system, and only if you are present here for a 60 minutes period will the certificate get generated. If you face any issue, please drop a message in the Oxford Advantage WhatsApp group, or you can speak to the manager academic excellence assigned to your school, where you have any queries regarding your certificates post the session. All right. So now it's time to move on and get introduced to the facilitator of the day. We have with us Sareba Kausar, a dedicated professional with extensive expertise in English language teaching and content development. Sareba holds both graduate and postgraduate degrees in English from very, very prestigious institutions like Lady Shriram College and Delhi University. With over 8-9 years of experience in digital and print publishing, she has contributed significantly to renowned publishing organizations. Currently, she is serving as the content manager for English curriculum at Oxford Advantage, and she plays a pivotal role in developing effective and engaging content that enriches the learning experiences of the students. Her deep understanding of the language education allows her to craft materials that resonate with learners and educators alike, making English learning more accessible and impactful. It's not just English that she covers. When it was the time for review and revise our classes 1 and 2 curriculum, Sareba played a very, very significant role in bringing about a 360-degree change in how we were looking at the learning at classes 1 and 2 levels. Beyond her professional endeavors, Sareba is an avid reader, a film enthusiast, and enjoys exploring mountains, embodying a spirit of curiosity and lifelong learning. With her profound knowledge and unwavering dedication to shaping early education, this session promises to be both enriching and thought provoking. Let's dive in and explore new possibilities in foundational learning for classes 1 and 2. Sareba, it's over to you.
Hello. Hi. Shalini, am I audible?
You are.
Okay, first of all, Shalini, thank you so much for that introduction. I think someone who wouldn't know me would get a fair idea of how I am for this. To my lovely attendees today, I warmly welcome you to today's webinar. It's 5 in the afternoon. I'm sure you have busy days, but you're with us today. And for that, we are very, very grateful. And it was so heartening to see such an active chat box. So, yes, a very, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to today's session. Um, Before we dive into our presentation, I would like to do a small warm up activity, very small. So, in the chat box, I want you to, in one word or a few words, tell me how your day has been so far. How was your day? It could be good. It could be a bad day also. So for example, I've had a busy day. I was preparing for this presentation. I'm a little nervous. I was busy and nervous, but here looking forward to hear from you. So on the chat box, if you can, type in how your day has been so far. L- Long day, busy day, I'm sure. Great. So I read mostly positive, things, and that's so good to and heartening to, read. So, all right. So let's hope. So I hope to make the day even better um, by taking you through all our new and exciting features in grades 1 and 2. So let's start. Yes. So today's presentation, as you already know, is on Oxford Advantage grades 1 and 2. Yesterday we had our presentation on pre-primary. So as you know, the new pedagogical structure as suggested by NCF is foundational, preparatory, middle, and secondary. Uh, Yesterday's presentation was on pre-primary. Today's is on grades 1 and 2, which constitute our Oxford Advantage foundational grades. Now, what are we doing? What new and exciting things do we have in our print books? So this is just an overview of what is going to happen, right? What are the features we've added, and we will elaborate on all of these things proceeding to the presentation. This is just an overview. So what have we done? So we have, made changes to align our curriculum to the NCF, to the NEP and the NCF, and focusing on foundational literacy and numeracy. We have added two new themes to make the theme division equal in our Part A and Part B books. For the new teachers, I'm sure you've had the chance to look at our books. We have our course book comprises of two parts, Part A and B. So earlier, the number of themes and chapters were not that uniform, but this time, by the addition of two new themes, two new and relevant themes, we have made the division of themes equal in both our course books. In World Around Us, for those who have opted for World Around Us, we have, we have this time, incorporated SDGs. Now, what is SDGs? These are Sustainable Development Goals. And what are these? We will explore further here. But we have tagged a certain activities to the SDGs to make the learning more relevant. Then our lesson plans, our teachers handbook come in an all new avatar, different from what little different from what we were doing before, and how it is different, what new features we have added, we will explore further down the presentation. Okay, so now these lovely covers that you see are the revised covers for our course books. So we have color coding for all different grades. This is the cover for the English books, which is green. So as you can see, there are 3 books. It's a set comprising of 3 books here. So part A, part B, and the workbook. This time we have renamed our books completely to make it more fun, more relevant. So the course book is now called My Learning Hub, where the main learning happens. And the workbook is called My Practice Hub, where they practice what they have learned. And if you see the artwork on the covers also, it is very relevant to the themes that we have chosen. What are the themes? We'll get to it very soon. But the artwork in our books is reflective of the themes that are there. So for example, you can see a theme in part B is air and water. You can see elements of air and water. So we have tried to make it the covers relevant to what is happening inside. So these are the covers for our course books, or My Learning Hub, and the workbook. So what are we offering? So our print offering, like I said, we have 2 course books, part A and part B, in each grade 1 and 2, called My Learning Hub. So you will have. So we have these books for English, Maths, World Around Us, and Hindi if you have opted for Hindi. And then we have a workbook, which is My Practice Hub, for the same subjects, and new and art and craft books in a completely new avatar. How they are new and exciting, we will get into it. And what I'd like to focus here is this new and very relevant to this time and age, a wellness curriculum. And our wellness curriculum comes in a digital form that you can access on our LMS. I highly encourage you to explore this component on our LMS. And what are the things we are offering here? We will, elaborate on that soon. Okay. So this is how we have structured our book. NCF and NEP both say that before a child goes from preparatory level, pre-primary level, from say level 2 to grade 1, they need to spend some time. They and the teachers need to spend some time um, working on a preparatory module, kind of relearning the concepts, or rather revising the concepts that they have learned in the previous grade, for a smooth transition, to see if they are ready for what they are about to learn. So to make them ready for what is to come, in grade 1, all our grade 1 books start with prep time. We have called this transition plan or preparatory module prep time, as the child will, do these fun activities, read and learn, to see if they are ready to move to grade 1. So here in front of you, you can see the 2 pages from the grade 1 English book. So, you can see word families and a song. So they get to practice these concepts through fun and games in an easy manner. And also, of course, the main reason is to prepare themselves for what they will be reading next. So these are from English. Similarly, you can see these are the pages from Hindi, where in Hindi the module is called Aao Aage Badhe. So here, similarly, they are basically revising concepts that they should be familiar with by now. These are the prep time pages from the maths grade 1 books. You can see, certain concepts that we have taught them in our previous books, or even that they are generally should be prepared with right now. So this concept of zero, numbers between, after, between and before, between and after, and then increasing order. So these are just sample pages. Then these are some pages from world around us. So because these are just like very young children, we want them to make learning more fun and relevant and contextual. We wanted to make it more play based, as ncf and also suggest, learning should be game based, play based, contextual. So if you see, we have device pages in such a way that they play a game, to learn new to revise or learn new concepts. So this is an effort to make learning more fun for them. So you can see some word games. There's following the pattern activity. Another thing I'd like to bring up here is, if you see the third illustration here, we have also made learning more contextual. Now, what do I mean by that? To teach the concept of different types of vehicle, instead of just putting a plane, image of a plane and writing plane, image of a ship and writing ship, we have made learning more contextual by showing them where, if it is an air transport, it will be in the air. If it is a water transport, we've shown the ship on water. If it's land transport, you can see the train, car, scooter, um, on the road, on ground. So this is how we've made the learning more contextual and relevant as well, right from the start. Okay, so these are the themes in grades 1 and 2 books. Part A has 4 themes: I'm special, our community, our basic needs, and living world. And Part B has the other 4 themes: technology, India, air and water, earth and sky. So I'd like to spend just some amount of time here. Um, the 3 new themes. Earlier, the plants and animals theme was separate. We have now joined it together by calling it Living World. The other 2 themes, technology and our India. Why have we included these? Because both NCF and NEP, they really talk about how you should make children, help them become more digitally aware. And also the term that they use is rooted in Indian ethos and culture. So to cater to both these requirements in early child education, we have introduced 2 new themes here, called technology around us and our India, where we will learn more about the country and things in and around the country. Moving, and on the sides you can see some lovely theme opening pages, very age appropriate, colorful, fun designs for children, child friendly artwork. So this is just a few examples of theme opening pages, where the theme is where we are showing the theme of that particular page. Okay. Now, this is a very important part of grades 1 and 2. I would like to spend some time on it. So, as you all know, our product is called Little Champs, and which is why we have called our pedagogy, we have branded our pedagogy also Champs. So, Oxford Advantage grades 1 and 2, Little Champs follows the Champs pedagogy. Now, what is the Champs pedagogy? I'm sure you are. I know you're already aware of the Panchadi framework that is endorsed by the NCF as steps of learning, right? Panchadi has 5 steps, which is Aditi, Bodh, Abhyas, Prayog, and Prasar. I'm sure I don't need to explain what these are. So, what CHAMPS is, we have aligned CHAMPS exactly to Panchadi here, with a precursor. So the C element that you see here is the curiosity element, which is a precursor before we go into the 5 steps of learning, right? So, and here, everything is aligned right in front of you. You can see, we start by generating curiosity through an activity, then hint through hint we are introducing the topics through by through activities based on the learner's prior knowledge, which is aligned to Aditi here, which is introduction. Now both, which is conceptual understanding, aligns to our action, where the main learning is happening, followed by abhyas, where we call it manifest. Manifest is where they are practicing what they have learned. Then comes probe. Probe is to apply what they have learned to real life. It is real life application of what they have learned. And then the last step that we have in our CHAMS pedagogy is sustain. um, After learning and applying, what do we do with the knowledge? We share the knowledge. So in under sustain, we share the knowledge with others and also do self assessment. Now for CHAMS, we will elaborate on each structure properly, but just to give you an overview, what is CHAMS? C is for curiosity. You will see this activity in a theme opening page. H is for hint. You will see this element in our chapter opening page. A is for action. Action is the main chapter, main story, or the main concept that is covered in one chapter. Manifest is the exercises that are there after the chapter ends, after the concept or story ends. And we have introduced two new sections this time in our books. These two new sections are Let's Apply and Let's Share. Now, Let's Apply aligns with the probe, the P aspect of CHAMS, and Let's Share is under Sustain. And in Sustain, they're also doing self-assessment in our ICANN section. Okay, now let us explore and understand what is the CHAMS pedagogy, and go through each of these elements one by one. And I will be taking you through one complete chapter to see how this pedagogy flows from the beginning to end. So what you see in front of you is the curiosity element, or the C of CHAMS. So here you will see this is our theme opening page. So if there are 6 themes, if there are 8 themes, there'll be 8 theme opening pages. So what do we have in these theme opening pages? You can have, it's a small fun activity to make the learners curious. Since it's the curiosity element, we want them to be more curious about what is going to happen next in the book. So here, the theme opening pages have fun and exciting activities like coloring, puzzles, riddles, puns. Here you can see an optical illusion, and the theme opening page also. Here you can see these 2 characters. These are our mascots. You will see these 2 characters on all our theme opening page. What we have done is we have not given these mascots any name. So what we encourage is, from whichever part of India you are, you can use, encourage the use of home language, and maybe give them to introduce the regional aspect. You can give some common names that are used in that region, so that the learning becomes more personalized, more fun, and more contextual. So these are the 2 mascots. You will find them on all theme opening pages. This page also lists the chapters, right? So it will give you a list of the chapters that is included in the theme. This is our curiosity element, which is the C of CHAMS. We now come to the H of CHAMS. Now, what is the H of CHAMS? It's hint. Hint is our chapter opening page. So what you see in front of you is the chapter opening page of one such chapter. There are 3 main elements, or 3 elements in the chapter opening page. And those sections are called I wonder, I would, and I know. We have deliberately named them, I wonder, I would, I know, so that learning becomes more personal, right? So in I wonder, in this particular section, we have given a question. Now, this is not a simple yes and no question, or an objective question. These are simple but thought-provoking questions that leads the learner to think about a certain topic, reflect on what is going to happen. And I would here is a other all the learning outcomes detailed on this page. So whatever learning outcomes will be covered in this chapter are listed here. I know is a section where they will be doing some fun activity that is based on their previous knowledge. So movement from known to unknown. So here, all these three elements are basically hints for what is about to happen. These are all related to the story or the theme explored. So these three sections lead the student into the chapter. It's an entry point into the chapter where they wonder what they're going to do. The next element in the CHAMPS pedagogy is the A element, which is action. So, action is nothing but the main content of the chapter. Say, if you are teaching the English book, so the prose piece or the poem would be your action. And for other subjects, the main concept that is taught in the chapter, that is your action, right? So this is the first page of the content, basically. Then comes the M element of CHAMPS pedagogy. M stands for manifest here, to make the learning clear through action. So this is nothing but the practice. Whatever they have learned, now they will practice on it. This is all your exercises at the back of the chapter. That here you will find different kinds of activities, objective to subjective to higher order thinking skills, different kinds of activities that align to 21st century skills. You will find them here, and this makes up the manifest or the M of CHAMPS. We now come to the P part of CHAMPS, which is probe. So here whatever the child has learned, they will, through an activity, they will apply to their real life. If they have learned a certain concept, now they will apply that concept to real life. So we have called this new section Let's Apply, very simply, where they will do activities, answer some questions that makes them, that facilitates them to apply whatever they have learned in real life. So this is the you will find this in your book under the Let's Apply section, and this makes the P of CHAMPS pedagogy. Then the last part, not the least, is sustain. That is the S of CHAMPS. What do we have in sustain? Once the learners have learned a concept, they have learned to apply it in real life. What do we do with knowledge? We share it, right? So these are some activities through which the child will share that knowledge either with peers inside the classroom or with family members at home. All kinds of sharing happen here. And another second part of sustain is the I can section. So this is to track the learning outcomes. Here the child can do self-assessment, whether they are good with this concept, whether they need help with it. So this is to track their learning outcomes. So you will find this under Let's Share and I Can in the books. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break from talking just to see whether you're with us. I have a small quiz for you. My first question is, and if you can type in your responses in the text box. My first question is, which component of the CHAMPS pedagogy is shown by this page and activity? So on your right, you will, or the page that you see in front of you, which component of CHAMPS pedagogy does it denote? You can write CHAMPS. So observe the activity on the page, and if you can share which element of CHAMPS pedagogy is it showing? Great, amazing. Thank you so much for your participation. I am assured that you are with us and actively participating. That's correct. It is the curiosity element. Here, as you can see, it is it introduces the theme, which is I am special, and it has a coloring activity along with the chapter name. My second question is, what does A in CHAMS stand for? It is for action, but what is action all about? What is happening in action? If I can have some responses on the chat box. Okay, great.
Main content.
Right. All of you have given the correct answer. Thank you. So yes, action is where the main content of the chapter is being explored. Thank you so much. All correct answers. Moving on. So after the exercise and all the champ structure of the champ elements get over, we have theme ending pages. So each theme ends with theme ending pages. Now, what do we have in the theme ending pages? We have life skills and fun task. Life skills are activities. Of course, it is self-explanatory. We encourage them to learn new life skills and make them learn about things that matter, that are important. So, for example, here it is about taking care of a pet. That is a life skill, right? So, and in fun task, it is any fun activity that they can do that is related to the theme, right? So and all these questions that we give here, most of them are aligned to, or build on the 21st century skills. And here there is art integration also happening, wherever we have tried our best to give as much art integration as possible, because they're very young kids, they love to do these things. And yeah, so these are the two sections that are there in theme ending page. For world around us, there is one more section. We will come to that. Okay, this is again a brief overview of all the new features that are recommended by NCF and that we have added to our books this time. Integration. Now, Oxford Advantage is known as an integrated product. We integrate print with digital. We integrate different subjects through activities. We integrate the themes into our books, right? So design strength, we have this time very very consciously used child friendly design. And I'm excited to show you some pages which I'm sure you'll love, because a lot of careful thought has gone into it, making more contextual and child friendly, age appropriate, grade appropriate. Say and spell, if all my English teachers would know that how important phonics is in early language learning. We have now a dedicated section on phonics called Say and Spell in the English books. In our World Around Us books, we have something called Prayas and Vocal for Local. What are these things? We will explore very, very soon. In maths, we have Let's Experience, because maths, it is always suggested that learning should happen from concrete to abstract. How it is happening in this section, we will see. And in maths, again, we have story sums in a very, very fun, creative, avatar. So let's delve into the details of these features. Okay, so what you see in front of you are some pages from our World Around Us books. Now, what do I mean by integration? Integration of subjects and themes. Now, if you see on the first page here, a concept senses has been taught through a poem. So, using different genres, crossing the boundaries of subjects, we have used poems, songs, stories to teach a concept in World Around Us. In the picture in between and in the end, you will see these characters are from the English chapters. So there's a chapter in English called Momenai. Anya is a character from there, And the last screenshot, you'll see Rani. So these are all characters from English. So it is a truly integrated subject now. We have taken characters from English and taught concepts or done activities through the same characters, so the children can make a connection, make deeper connection with the concept, with the subjects. um, this is how this has been done in world around us. The characters have been used, poems and songs have been used to teach the concepts. This is maths. This is how we have shown integration in maths. So again, they have used poems, characters from English to explain certain concepts. What you see in front of you, the first page that you see in between, this is from a story called Sushila's Column. You will find this in English, grade 1. And if you see on the next page here, the same character, same background from the story is used in maths to teach the concept of money here. So the child will make a seamless connection between subjects, and then it becomes easier for them also to remember things, to gain, remember things and make the learning even more meaningful. So this is how we have done integration in, subject integration in mathematics. Design strength, like I told you, I'm going to show some pages. This time a lot of careful thought has been put into the layout and design of our books. These are some pages from world around us, and we have done this to make content more grade appropriate, more fun for students, but also at the same time contextual. So what do I mean by that? Say if you see here, to teach, like, these are creepers, these are these are climbers. We have shown the setting of a garden, of an outdoor space where these plants belong to a natural environment where they can be seen in real life. So if similarly, the jungle environment that you see, so this page is designed to teach about certain animals, that you find in the jungle. Now, instead of showing like a parrot and just writing the name below, or a monkey, here we have changed of shown animals in their natural habitat to make learning more contextual and relevant. So this is how we have improved on our design, to make our content more relevant for children. Again, these are some pages from Hindi, very visually appealing, age appropriate, grade appropriate designs and layout, so that the children have fun just flipping through the pages by looking at that. They want to look at and stay on that page for long. Now coming back to, now I'll take you guys through some specific features in different subjects. In English, so one of the new things that we have done in English, have is to have added a dedicated phonics section called Say and Spell. We all know how important phonics is, for early language acquisition. To cater to this, we have given a dedicated section here, to explore sounds and spelling. All right. In World Around Us, in the theme ending pages, you will find a section called Prayas. Now, what is Prayas? So Prayas includes activities or initiatives that encourage the learners to take the first step towards a sustainable life. And how have we done that? We have tagged them to the SDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals, that are adopted by the UN. So the UN has drawn out certain SDGs to live a more responsible, action oriented, environmentally conscious, life, to raise environmentally conscious citizens. So to get this early on, we have added activities that align to these SDGs. Another feature that we have in World Around Us is called Vocal for Local. As you know, NCF, both NCF and NEP talk about how you should all the learning material that are there should be rooted in Indian ethos, should encourage appreciation for Indian culture. So to do that, we have given activities, and those activities are tagged as vocal for local, right? So you will find a lot of these activities, not only in it is a feature for world around us, but you will also see certain activities across. So here you can see in different sections we have tagged such activities. It could be in life skill, in let's share. So yes, you could go and look for these activities where we are encouraging children to appreciate Indian culture. Maths. In maths, a major change has been made into pedagogy. So the NCF recommends what is known as the ELPS pedagogy, or experience, language, pictorial, symbols. So I will quickly tell you what is this ELPS pedagogy, and this pedagogy is used consistently to teach all concepts in mathematics in grades 1 and 2. Um, so they say that before giving straight away the knowledge, give them the experience. So for example, how do I get how do I use this in classroom? So for example, you have to, let's take the example of the concept of addition, right? So what you can do is, suppose you can take two pens, right? And you can tell them, this is one pen, this is another pen. Let them touch and feel, make it a concrete activity. Let them touch and feel some tactile activities where they get to touch the objects, and you can see that this is one pen and this is another pen. When you put them together, it becomes two pens, right? That is your experience. What is the language aspect? Using mathematical language in the classroom. In real life also, it is encouraged that children usually use, right, stand in a line. My mother packed me triangle parathas today. So these are mathematical language that we encourage the children to use. Here you can use through language, you can use that concept. Then comes pictorial. Now what is pictorial? You visually show them. Here there is an example in front of you. Pictorially, you are representing, say here balls and 5 balls pictorially, then equal to 5 balls. 2 3 is 5. So here you are pictorially representing the sum, and then towards at the end you give them the symbol, that is your plus and equal to. So 2, you give them the numbers and symbol. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So movement from concrete to abstract, because if you just give them the numbers and sign, uh, it's more effective, and learning, they will remember it better if the learning is experiential. So to encourage more experiential learning, we have used the highly recommended ELPS pedagogy in our maths. These are just some pages where you can see how we have used the ELPS pedagogy, right? Moving on, the story sums. So I'm sure maths teachers are aware that we have these story sums that we, teach them, sums, or ask them to do certain activities through a story. So these pages have been revamped completely. They are now theme aligned and also integrated with subjects. So the animals that you see on your left, these are actually animals from a grade 2 English story. So this is a level of integration that we have in our books. All the characters are being brought here, and also the pages are theme aligned. So this is how the story sums have been redesigned, for a better and more fun learning experience. Art and craft. All right. So this time, if you've had the chance to go through our books, we have done something very, very different and interesting in our art and craft books. What we have done is we have taken techniques, very grade appropriate techniques, that a child, that is age appropriate, grade appropriate techniques, and we have explain them through stories. We have taken a story, based on that we are introducing a technique. And then not just art, we have a lot of craft activities as well. So this is just a overview of what is the techniques that are being covered and through what story and along which theme. Now, just to give you some more detail as to the thought, the idea behind our art and craft books. So we have taken the technique and art approach. So we start by showing them exactly, what is this approach. So here you can see it is block coloring, and through the images you can clearly see that, this is red here, this is yellow here. Very clearly you can see the different blocks of coloring here. That is the first page where you are visually showing them the technique. On the next page, it is the step, the process, how to use that technique, how to use the technique to draw. And in the background also you'll see that the same technique has been used as a backdrop, to make the learning more fun, to kind of reinforce that learning. So here the steps are then given, that how to do block coloring. Then in the end there is a space given for them to use the technique themselves. So it's a step by step thing. We are first showing them this is the technique, then we are telling them the steps, that these are the steps to the technique, and then we are giving them their own space to use the technique and become artists themselves. So this is how we have revamped, I would say, our art and craft books. So here is another activity. I'll just play the video. Just another art activity. I'll quickly play the video. It's a very, very simple activity that I'm sure even adults would have fun in, and definitely very, very child friendly. I will not take a lot of time, but it's just like play it. So as you can see, it's a very simple and child-friendly activity that we're asking our students to do. Right. We then come to a very new element in our offering, which is the wellness curriculum. A wellness curriculum is highly, highly recommended by the NCF, and it is definitely something that all schools should adopt. Now, to cater to this recommendation, we have taken out a new product. It's called Embracing Harmony. Um, to again For this, what we have done is we have tied up with an organization, and with that called Rangeet, and through that we have designed a curriculum that that builds social, emotional, and ecological knowledge. Now, wellness, this is what wellness is, and this is to develop, make the students, build emotional and ecological knowledge in the students, a very, very relevant thing in today's world. So, to do this, we have introduced this curriculum, and this is a digital only curriculum now. So, we really encourage our, teachers to go look at this curriculum on our LMS. We have given a variety of activities. So we have given lesson plans for this, and along with the lesson plans, we have given different types of activities that cater to different learners. We have songs, we have music, there are videos, there are stories. So all the learning is happening through these mediums. um, Building on to the wellness curriculum, these the content is aligned with the same themes that you will find in our books, and it is also aligned with the sustainable development goals as outlined by and what you'll see here, you can see here, let's learn, let's practice, let's apply, let's sustain. So here, this is the this is how the lesson plan progresses. These are the different sections of the lesson plan, where they are learning, practicing, applying, and sustaining. The same pedagogy that we have in our books, also the same pedagogy is followed in our wellness curriculum, where they're exploring different aspects of human life. They start with self, then society, and caring for the environment. So this is I think a very relevant curriculum, and we really encourage our teachers to go look for it on our LMS and explore it themselves. What do we have new in a teacher's handbook? So this time in a teacher's handbook, if you have seen them before, you'll already find a 3-step approach to teaching here. So those 3 steps starts with warm up, where you are literally just warming up the student, building their curiosity as to what the lesson is about. Then comes procedure, where your main teaching happens, right? And wrapping up to some activities to sustain their knowledge, sharing things. This time we have given some, hopefully you find them useful, some teaching and classroom management strategies that we really encourage to be used in the classroom. These have been made keeping in mind different kinds of learners, different kinds of classroom settings. So we really encourage to use these methodologies, these management strategies. There is a common error section wherever relevant, wherever we felt that this is a concept or this is an area where they make the most mistakes. We have added a common error section there for the teachers to take it up in the classroom. We have also aligned our plans to the competencies and curricular goals that are listed in the NCF. So here, I know it looks very small, but if you have the copies, I would request you to look at the print books and explore these features. What I was talking about, suggested teaching strategies, is a different kind of learning and sharing strategies that we have listed out that you can use in the classroom. The next new thing that we have done is that we have redesigned the chapter plan. Right. So now in the chapter plan, we have tried to make it as easy as possible for you teachers to at a glance, you will know what to teach on which day. So the first part of the chapter plan lists, the concepts that are there, followed by all the learning outcomes from that complete chapter. So if all the learning outcomes from the chapter are listed here, and on the second page is the task details. Now this gives you an overview, a quick overview of the complete lesson plans, like on which day you will be doing what, you will be requiring or using which book, what concept you will be covering. It is a quick overview of that. While we have detailed it out, of course, in the lesson plan itself, this is a very quick reference, a quick overview for you to kind of know what is expected to be taught in which day. You can use this for your teaching plans. Right. So this brings us to the end of our presentation on the print product. Right. What do we have? The new things on the LMS. I've just showed some of the just a screenshot of some features of the lesson plans, I will now take you through the digital components, the new digital components, the new features that we have on the LMS. Just allow me some time. I'll take you through our LMS. Right. So this is what our login, new and improved login play page looks like. We have changed the design, make it more contemporary. And here, once you log in, let me sign in. So once you sign in, this is the landing page, right? So here you can see all the books and you can navigate all the grades and books here. If you see the drop down here, when you click on the drop down, all the classes and year, they're added here. So let's go to grade 1. So once you select the grade, you will come to this page. This gives you this takes brings you to all the subjects. Here you can see English, Maths, World Around Us, Hindi, Embracing Harmony, which is what I was talking about. You can explore our wellness curriculum, Embracing Harmony, through here. You can see the art and craft books, so let's go and explore one such. Here you can also see it gives you a quick overview of the number of chapters, the number of questions, and the number of digital resources there are that are there in that particular grade. So let's click on the arrow here and it will take us to grade 1 English. So this is what it looks like when you enter the subject. Here you can see this is the digital TOC. This is the table of contents listed. All the chapters and whatever concepts are being taught within that chapter are listed here. So here, if you see here, introduction, reading comprehension, all the vocab topic, grammar topic, writing topic, listening, speaking topic, everything is listed here right in front of you. Now this where you see lesson plans here, right now we are on the lesson plans tab. Here you can digitally access all our lesson plans, right? So to take you quickly through, just very quickly through one lesson plan, here wherever you see this symbol, it means that there is a digital component to it, right? So there are two versions of the lesson plan. One is the play version, one is the print version, right? So play version, if you go here, like I said, the three components that you have: warm up, procedure, and wrap up. So you can click on each to go through, each section, and you can access the digital resources from here only. While you're teaching, whatever digital resources are tagged there, you can directly access them from here. Here you can under this you can access some information like, what is the concept, what is the chapter, what is the skills that are being covered, what are the learning outcomes for this particular lesson plan, and the NCF, and what NCF competency and curricular goals are covered in this particular lesson plan. You can see the duration here, right, for each. So this is how the lesson plan looks like. Right. So here, what you can, under learning resources, all the digital resources that we have. So those include your interactivities, games, animations, any audio, extra audio, chapter animation, concept animation. They all appear here. You can, all of them appear here at the same time. If you want to say you go to a particular resource, you can always click on a chapter, and all the resources that are there for that chapter will appear here, and you can directly access them here. So this is a concept animation, and you can just access the concept animation directly from here. So from the learning resources tab,
Use of and.
you can directly access the resources here. Then comes the question bank. So the question bank, of course, is self-explanatory. These are all extra book and extra questions, um, and we use the Bloom's taxonomy to classify our questions. So, for example, let's say let's see one question here. So here, if the question is listed, it will tell you what type of question it is. We have a variety of questions here, and which you can access through this filter here. You can always use the filter to go through particular kinds of question. These are question type. This is complexity. This is classification, marks, the source, where is it from, right? So you can filter these questions, how to access the questions. So, for example, here you can see complexity, marks, and classification all here. And in information also, it gives you more, information about the question. This is the concept animation. This is the level of difficulty, classification, source, and the skills and the marks, obviously. And then you can attempt the questions here. Say you click here and this question appears. So you can click, say for example, choose the pictures that have TR and O. So I click here and here, right? This is a multiple response question, which means multiple answers are possible. So when you click on submit, this is the summary. So maximum marks was 2. I gave all correct answers, so I got 2 marks. Similarly, if you give one incorrect or one correct or all incorrect, it all appears in the summary. It again tells you the complexity and classification. So this is a QB, and we really encourage you to use. We have prepared a lot of questions, subject-wise, grade-wise. Here we, encourage you to use these questions when you make your test papers. Now, connecting from there, how to create a test. So this is a test section. I will quickly take you through how you can create a test, right? So you start by creating on this create test icon, this button here. So let's see what happens. Then you go to create test here and click on this arrow next to create test. It will bring you to this page. So this has different sections here. What you need to do is class is automatically, because we were already on class 1 English, this will automatically pick up that detail. Let's see what happens here. Say I want to give them a short quiz on word families, right? So here you can access all the themes and concepts in the book. So you can choose your theme and concept here. Let's choose this and give the test a name. Let's say word families underscore class 1, just a sample, right? Then a default section will already appear. You can keep adding different sections to the test by clicking on the add section here, but the default section is already there. So first you'll go to edit section. So let's say you want to name this section, word families 1, right? And say I want 5 questions here, just as an example. Then after filling these two, we click on save. Now your details are saved. We then go to next. Sorry. Okay. You'll have to now add your questions. Let me go back and show you again. We have now added edit section. We added the concept. Now there's this question part here. We now go to add question. And then all the questions that are tagged to that particular concept will appear here. Say I want 5 questions. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've selected 5 questions here, and then I go to add section. So it will tell you how many you've selected, these many questions. You click on OK. Now we go to next. Now in this is the messages section. You have already given the test details. This is the test details section. From test details, after you have entered all the relevant information, it will take you to the message section. Message section is basically all the instructions that you can add to the test, and this is just a sample text that we give you, but this is editable so that you can customize those instructions as per your need. So the first is the instructions at the beginning of the test, and this section is any message that you want to give at the end of the test, like congratulations, you finished the test, or the test is complete. This is also customizable. You can edit these instructions here. So after you have made your preferences here, after you made your changes, you go to next. This then brings you to the preferences section. Now, here you can choose the different things as per your requirement. How many attempts do you want? Allow skipping question. What is the test level? The test duration. So you can customize your test here and accordingly save your preferences by either ticking a box or removing a tick. You can customize it. Now, after you have made your customizations, you can click Save, and test created successfully. So now we go on OK. This brings us to the page. So here, this is the test I created, right? The word families class 1. So here you can there are different things that you can now do with the test. Here it gives you the duration, the number of questions. Here you can play the test. Here you can edit it further. Here you can export it. You can turn it into a Word doc, customize it further. You can add your school logo and everything while it is on the Word doc. It's here, and you can print it also. And here you can give the answer booklet. And the last option is the answer key. So you can, the lot of things that you can do by these options here. And how to assign the test, you will just click on this, whichever test you want to assign, and just click on assign test. It will go to your students automatically. So this is the test generator, and we really encourage you to use it, and we hope it is a very, very useful tool for you to create tests. All right. Okay. This, it will really it will save your time. We are trying to help you as much as possible. It will save your time a lot. You can just use the questions given in the question bank, and straight away create a test. So we do hope that you use this feature well. Then our last and not at all the least, our feature is, we will go to our ebook. This time we have really added some very new and special features to our ebook, and we hope you will like them. I will quickly take you through, as an example, I will take you through all the features. So here, when you click on this tab, it will bring you to this page, which gives you the, it will give you the book cover. The first tab is via which you can play the interactive ebook. Play ebook here takes you to the interactive ebook, which I will, show it to you now. And then on the next icon, you can click on it to view it as a PDF. This is a regular, non-interactive, just PDF view of the book. And this is, and I will now take you to the more fun part, which is the interactive ebook. So when we click here, let's see what happens.
Our India. Turbans come in different shapes and colors. They are fun and protect us from the sun. Can you name all the colors on this turban? Chapter 9. Sushila's Columns.
So you have seen this page on the print book. We have made it come alive through this, little animations on all theme books. So all, theme pages, sorry. So all theme pages will have this, little animations and audio to make it interactive. All the theme opening pages have been made interactive. There will be audio, there'll be small like animations, and when you click on the chapter, it will take you inside the chapter. So when you come here, it will give you a brief overview of all the features. You know what is where, what you'll find at the top panel, at the bottom panel. Then when you cross it out, it will take you to the ebook version. Now in ebook, the TOC is here. It's already here. The chapter name is given here. This is the chapter opening page. Now, wherever, and all of this is interactive in the sense there is audio. So if you play the audio, all the blue icons here obviously are audio buttons. And when you click on it, it will give you the audio of those particular sections. So if you click on this, it will give you the audio of the chapter name. Here, it will read out the question for you, and it will read out the learning outcomes. Now, this is the activity. Wherever, a lot of these activities have been made interactive on the ebook. So, if you see, there is a play button which is popping up and in and out. So, when you click on it, it zooms out. It becomes bigger, and then this has been made interactive. So the question in the book is draw a pattern with different shapes, make it colorful. So obviously they will do it in the books, but now they can do it on the ebook as well. So here, they can just select a pencil, and they can draw whatever they want as per the questions. Please forgive my horrible drawing skills. So you can use these tools here. Here it is an eraser. Here there is a reset button. Here there is a primary color palette given. They can choose their own colors and make shapes and designs and draw digitally, and you can cross it out. So at the bottom, you see these toggle, this green thing here. So what happens is, if you just want to show this as a book and don't want the audio feature, you can just close it. So if you turn this off, all the audio button on that particular page, like say this audio will disappear. And when you click on it, it will come again. Same thing here. This also just disappeared and it will come again. Now, let's explore some features here. When you read aloud, the highlight feature is obviously there. When you click
Let
on
us
it,
read about
so
Sushila.
each letter, while it is read out, each word gets highlighted. Then there is a bookmark feature. You can add your bookmarks. You can come back to it whenever, delete bookmarks by going to the bookmark feature. There is a highlight feature given with a variety of colors. You can highlight to make your own notes. There is a page navigation button where you can, go to go to different pages. Let's say you can navigate pages like this. You can search a keyword. Say you're looking for something color. I want to go to the section where the word color appears. So here you'll go to this text wherever color appears. You can do a word search here. Then view is single page and double page. As per convenience, you can use a single page view, you can use a double page view. Glossary will give you the list of, glossary words, difficult words from the chapter in one place here. Here, there are 3, so all the words and their meanings can be accessed here if you want to have an overall look digitally. Then the speed. So this is a new feature, that has been added here after, so if you say, if I play this audio.
Soon there was a big,
See what happens.
beautiful, and colorful column in the sky. Everyone in the city could
So you can
see
see the audio
it
and
was
speed has slowed down.
beautiful.
So you can
That
toggle
night,
this and make it.
Sushila stood on her terrace and looked up at the sky. She saw the stars twinkling down at her.
So as per requirement, you can slow down and fasten the reading speed. There might be students who will take some more time understanding what's there. So you can slow down the speed, and you can even increase it if you wish to. Then there is the pen feature. It's explanatory. You can choose any size here and make your notes here. In the note In the note feature also, you can make notes on different pages. You can access it whenever you want, when you come back to it. um, then there are these interesting features called spotlight. So when I click on spotlight, let's see what happens. This a particular area on the text get highlighted, right? And the size is adjustable. You can make it smaller or bigger. You can use this feature to do various things. So for example, for a quick question answer, who is this character? What is this character's name? What was happening during this scene? What is the setting here? What is the background here? You can use these features to focus on particular things, or to have a quick comprehension test of sorts. Let's say you can use the spotlight feature for it. Similarly, there's this another feature called the mask feature. So the opposite happens in mask feature. You can hide something with the mask feature. Again, the size is adjustable. You can adjust it to a size that suits you. Here also, similarly, you can cover this and say who's, say for example, who was Sushila making columns with. You can use it for different purposes. This is just one example, and we hope it will be useful. What happens when we click on read mode? When you click on read mode, everything goes away. Only the text appears. Only the text that is there, when that is there on that particular page, that text will appear, and the illustrations, all the other elements will go away if you just want to focus, let's say, on the text. And then when you click on it, it goes away. Certain elements, for example, wherever you see this blue icon.
Explain that mask feature again.
Okay, sure. So the mask feature, when you click on it, this small black screen appears. So you can use this for different purposes that suit you. I'm just giving you an example. See, you'd want to do a basic, say, comprehension question. Here you're masking this character here. The children cannot see who this is, right? And now you can quiz them on it. Okay, who is this person? Who was Sushila making columns with? Can you identify? Or you want to identify the setting. Say here they're on the terrace. What is happening here? So this is just one example how the mask feature can be used in the classroom for different subjects. You can quiz them on certain things. Say, hide the answer. For example, if the question answer both appear, you can hide the answer and just ask the question and say where they cannot see the answer. So there are different ways in which you can use this feature as per your need in the classroom. I hope that has helped. Okay, coming back to the feature I was talking about. In certain sections, you will find this blue icon with an arrow pointing out. So any text which is small on the screen, when you want the students to be able to read it properly, you can just click on it and a pop-up appears. And here, it will be read out to you. If you play the button, the audio will play. And when you can also like adjust the sound here, and the same content you can the text becomes more visible here, and then you can close it like this. Now I would like to focus on a very I would say a landmark feature in our ebooks. All the objective type questions have been made interactive. Now you can collectively as a class attempt these questions in the same time. So for example, this is a fill in the blank question. All objective type questions have been made interactive. How is it interactive? Let's try. So this is a fill in the blank question. Sushila learned to draw columns from her. What is the correct answer? Let's say father. Let's see what happens. And then you click here, it's red, which means it's the incorrect answer. Now what happens if we give a correct answer? It becomes green. So it will right away give you the answer. You can attempt this activity as a whole class. Children can do it at home. It straight away gives you the answer, whether it is incorrect or correct, and they can attempt it on the ebook itself. So this is how we have made our ebook truly interactive. They can engage with the content themselves. They can write the correct answer. They can tick things. Different kinds of the questions have been made interactive in different ways. So ticking, writing, all objective type questions only, though. All objective type questions have been made interactive. Here it gives you the audio. So wherever the questions have been made interactive, we have given the rubric audio, so that if you're doing this activity in the classroom, the students can say listen to the rubric, and then you can attempt this question in the classroom. So this is one of our landmark features, I would say, in our ebook. We've made it truly interactive.
What teacher is saying, explain about grade 2 maths as well. Swati ma'am, please specify what do you want to know from grade 2 maths.
Yeah, we've just got a question from Swati ma'am. Ma'am, you've written that you want to see something from grade 2 maths. You want to show you something. Could you please specify what exactly you want to see in grade 2 maths? We'd be happy to help if you can just specify. I will wait for your response.
Also, Anshika ma'am, we will show you once again. The moment you log in and you enter into the subject, there are 4 tabs. Each tab has, like, you have lesson plans, learning resources, question bank, test, and then books. So in books, you can go and open your ebook. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, and I'll also show it to you again where these different components are.
Swati ma'am is saying one lesson plan at least if possible. Go to maths and show them one lesson plan later.
Sure. So these are some features here. If you certain activities which are interactive, they have this activity button here gets active. So when you click here, there is a game here. So this game can be played from here, and also if you can see this moving dice here, right? Wherever you see this, it means the activity is interactive. So here when you click on it, you can actually, this is a crossword. You can attempt the crossword here, and in the classroom itself, you can reset, you can show the letter, you can show the correct answer. All of this can be done right from the ebook. You will find some activities, some games which have been tracked here. They've been made interactive. So wherever you see these 2 dice, it means the activity is interactive. When you click on it, it will pop up and you can attempt the activity in the classroom itself. Right, so these are the features of the ebook. And Say and Spell, since this is an English book, we have given audio for this section because it's important. This is a section on sounds. So to kind of reinforce the correct pronunciation, we have given audio for this particular section. All the section in English books will have this. I think that's all for the ebook. I hope I've been able to tell how you can use the ebook in the classroom, whether it is through the interactive activities, the audio feature, mask, spotlight. I hope this increases the usage in the classroom. Now coming back to Swati, right. Okay, before, so this is what I was explaining earlier. When you click on the subject and class, right? Grade 1 English, I clicked on grade 1 English. It will bring you to this page. This page, if you see, there are 5 subsections here, right? These are different sections. This is lesson plans. You can access all the lesson plans here, right? After lesson plans is the learning resources tab. When you click on the learning resources tab, you will see all the learning resources like concept animation, audio, chapter animation, all of them here. Then in question bank, you can access the questions, the extra and the book questions in a digital format here. then you can use these questions or questions of your own to create a test. This is the test generator. I've already showed you how to use the test generator. And then when you go to my book, this will take you to the ebook section. The first tab, which says play ebook, takes you to the interactive ebook. And when you click on view PDF, it will just give you a simple view of the book in PDF format. Would suggest a maths lesson plan, right?
Any chapter 1 maybe.
I'll go to maths then. Right. So on this page, you can see the different, subjects. This was English. I was on English. When you go back, you can access the other subjects. Now I will go to grade 1 maths. So when you click here, you will get inside grade 1 maths. Any would do? Any lesson plan?
Go to this which has learning resource attached.
Right. So when you again enter the subject, grade and subject, it will already be on the lesson plans tab, right? So here mathematics, this is the prep time. This is a prep time lesson plan, and the symbol here, like I said, this denotes that there is a digital component to this. So let's see what happens. We play the lesson plan here. It will give you all the basic information at the top where you see the I button, I here. When you click on it, it will give you some basic information like class subject theme, the concept, which is counting number 020 here, the skills they will need, the learning outcomes, the competency, and the goals associated with those learning outcomes. And these are from the NCF. So this is an overview of just some overview and basic information regarding the lesson plan. Then over here, it will give you the total duration of the lesson plan, then the number of digital assets that are associated or that you will find in this lesson plan. Again, this has 4 sections here. Our primary sections are 3: warm up, procedure, and wrap up. So in warm up, it is just an activity that begins the classroom, a suggestion as to how you can warm up in the classroom. Then once you do that, we come to procedure. Procedure is where the teaching of the main concept happens for that day. Here also we have given you step-by-step suggestions, a kind of a guide as to how you can teach this concept, how you can structure your lesson, step by step. That is given in procedure. And then activities or any questions or any exercise or worksheet that you're giving them to wrap up the concept or the day's lesson rather. Then wherever there is some home assignment, you will whichever lesson has a home assignment, you will find this fun at home section here. Obviously this is not there in all of them, and this you will find them in a few lesson plans. And here when you click on it, you will see what they are meant to do, what we are suggesting them to do at home. And here you can see that there is a digital asset tagged here. So here you can directly play it from here or assign it. So this is a interactivity. So let's see what happens. This interactivity then appears. So you can assign it as a home task. Swati ma'am, does that help you? Is there anything else you want us to take you through? So this is the print version. I had showed you the play version. This is the print version. It's the same content that is there in the print book, that is there in the player version, but this is in this kind of a view. You can view it differently. So you can view the complete lesson plan in through scrolls here. In play version, you can go to different tabs. Here you can you can look at it as a complete, like a whole, and you can even print it from here. So yeah, that is the lesson plan. Anything else you want me to show you again, you need help with, or any questions? Because this brings us to the end of our grades 1 and 2 webinar, print and digital. Yes, any questions are welcome, or if you want me to take you through another feature or any other section, we'd be happy to take you through again. Any comments, any questions, anything, we can take it now. I know you guys have a lot of questions on chat, and my Deepa's already responding to you to all those. We are trying our best to respond to all those questions. In case a query is unresolved, please reach out to us. You can reach out to our excellence team members also. We'd be more than happy to help out wherever we can.
There's Vanaja ma'am who says that can you use the pen icon and write something and show what you use in the ebook?
Sure, sure.
Vanaja ma'am, we are once again sharing the ebook to show you the pen icon.
I'll just play any play from maths only.
How to prepare test. It's okay, I'll just come.
I can show it again if you want.
Prep time. To grade 1. Our journey.
Sorry, I'm just going into the ebook. So, ma'am, you wanted to see how the pen icon is used. So, if you click here on the pen icon, this particular pop-up appears. Now, what does the pop-up have? There is an eraser button through which you can erase your note. There is a refresh button where it resets it. These are different sizes. So let's say I want to use red, right? So I want to tick this. I can make a tick here. I can make a cross here, right? You can do different, you can make your markings in this using the pen tool. And then let's see if I use the eraser. This I can delete it, and through reset, the whole thing it'll come back again. Then when you click back on it, it'll go away. Right? So you can when you click on it, your previous markings will appear again, saving the details. So this is how you can use the pen tool. Is that... Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sareba, there's a question from Ruchika ma'am.
Okay.
She's asking, can you tell book questions and answers are available?
Sorry? Book questions and answers are available or not?
Answer key in the
Teachers tab.
yeah.
Yeah. So yes, to answer your question, ma'am, we do have the answer key available. I'll just tell you how to go to it. So if you see it's on my left. So here you'll see these options, right? So there is something called Teacher Corner, right? So when you click on Teacher Corner, you'll come to this page, right? So here you go to class resources. So for example, if you want the class 1 answer key, you can go to class resources. After clicking on class resources, you can choose the class and then choose the subject. Say you want the maths or English answer key. You click on it, and here is the answer key. So this is the work, and the answer key can be directly downloaded from here. So if you click on this icon, this is downloaded, and the PDF is available on your system. So yes, all the book questions, the answer key are available on the LMS under this Teacher Corner section. I hope that answers answers your question.
I'm sure it does.
How can we assign any assignment through Oxford Advantage?
Digital we will have a session in digital. I think can be. So I'm getting a lot of questions on digital, like how to assign the test specifically to the test. So I'll be happy to inform you that we will have a detailed session on digital where these things will be explained. This was obviously a overall view of what we have done in print and digital. There will be a specific session on digital, where this will be explained. I request, I encourage all of you to attend the session on digital, where all the resources that are available at your hands on our platform, that will be explained to you, including all the how to assign a test, how to access different things, your planner, everything that will be taken in another session. And we're sure that will be helpful to you.
Sareba, this session is scheduled for 28th of May.
Yeah, okay, right. So on 28th May, please, we request you to and encourage you to attend the session. This will, I'm sure the session on digital will answer a lot of your questions today.
No extra worksheets. Mehjbeen is asking any extra worksheet.
No, we
We
have.
have given a lot of questions in the question bank. You can generate worksheet.
Right. So we got a question from Mehjabeen ma'am asking if we have any extra worksheets. So no, we have not given any extra worksheets per se. What we have done is we have given a lot of questions in the question bank, which you can use to generate your own worksheet.
Swati ma'am, when you assign the interactive games or anything to your students, it gets served on their parents' app or the child's app, which is My Bag app. And when students receive it there and attempt it, you will get notification about that. Hope that is clear.
I hope that's clear. You will receive a notification when the child has, attempted that exercise. Again, all these questions, I'm sure we will. So we request you to join the session on digital. All of these questions will get answered. There, these technical aspects, we have covered. Today's session was on mostly on the content aspect of digital and print. What have we done content-wise? A lot of it, we have saved all the technical information, not for this session but for the digital session. So please do attend that, because this was mostly on from the content perspective. Technical things will be answered in the digital session. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much. Again, this brings us to the end of the webinar, and thank you so much for being such an active audience. We've received so many questions and so many, comments regarding our product. So I hope you are now. We have got you excited to use the product. We hope it is helpful. We worked hard to make this, and we had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun presenting it to you. I hope you had fun, taking in all the information. I hope you will use both our print and digital, features well. And that's all. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for and happy teaching. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Sareva. The chat was flooded with, messages on how useful the session has been. I'm sure all the teachers have taken, it's been hugely beneficial to all of them, and that they will take away the learnings from this session and start implementing it in their classrooms. Big thanks to you, and to Deepa for supporting us in the background. We could hear her, right, and being there as a strong pillar right next to you. Great. Teachers, thank you so much for being here. There was a consistent and presence of teachers, and it is because they were finding it beneficial and they were looking at how they can use it in the classroom. Teachers, thanks a lot. So we have covered classes 1 and 2 today, and you heard Sareba say that on 28th we are covering digital content as a digital aspect, that is the the LMS, and how to use the LMS, how to access certain things, how to assign assignments to your students. Everything will be covered in that session. So please do take some time out and be there. There were also queries regarding certificates. As I said in the beginning of the session, we received the certificate. There are a couple of conditions that you need to satisfy. One, a minimum of 60 minutes you should be present in the session. It's after all a 2-hour long session, so you need to be here for a minimum of 60 minutes, and only then the certificate will get generated. Secondly, you are also required to fill in the feedback form. Yesterday, I believe some of you were not able to. It's all right. Today, when the session closes, you will receive the feedback form on your screen. You can fill it right then and there, right? And then you will receive your certificate in the email that is in your inbox. You will receive your certificate, right? Okay, so thanks a lot to all of you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the evening and see you all soon. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.